All right. Moses Smart. So we're gonna be watching number 78, the right tackle, the entire time. There might be like a tackle overset or whatever it may be in this review. I forget, but right tackle. Smart. Okay. Yeah. See, so this is so you have what you have counter OH here. And Moses does a really good job here, and it's smart, and it's also a scheme too. But he's going to step down. He's going to shuffle inside right here. Why? Because with this vacating guard right here, if this if this what is he, a four eye tech? This four eye tech, if you were to just knife inside and Moses were to go, let's say outside to this defender, guess what? Massive gap right here for him to shoot. Defeat the catch hand of Linderbaum, the right hand here, and then bring down Dobbins. So Moses does a really good job shuffling left hand inside, just holding up the defender enough for Linderbaum to get there. Immediately snaps his eyes outside. Number 54 is taking a pretty tight angle to the mesh point where the quarterback's to hand off the ball. Moses drops off, gets his hand inside, and just hold him up just enough. Just enough. That's all. That's all the running back needs. And then obviously, he breaks it for a couple of yards here, but really good play by Moses. Again, shuffle inside, get your hands inside, snap your eyes back outside, see he's taking a tight angle, pick up that defensive lineman who's trying to squeeze down on that run and make a tackle before the run even really starts. Moses Bury. This review has a few plays of him in the open field where he absolutely mollywops people. I guess this is one of them. Let's see. Obviously, you could tell where he is, hence the big red arrow. Yeah. Okay. So they run they run like a it looks like he was supposed to actually be a handoff to the running back and he pulled it. Edwards or whoever the running back is actually looked back for the ball. So it looks like it's supposed to just be a dart run with a tackle pull. And our Moses is pulling to the second level, pulls to the second level. Everybody else down blocks. Oh, you have the center who pulls as well, actually. Wow. Center kicks out. Moses lead blocks. Good awareness in space to avoid the push into the backfield a little bit there from 92. Good job avoiding it. First threat is number six. Is number six. He's obviously not going to. He's not going to bend it all the way inside and take number 42. So 6 is in his targets. 6 is engaged. 6 gets met by Morgan Moses in the open field while not obviously really prepared. Being ready for that hit, and Morgan Moses demolishes him. Just absolutely demolishes that guy. He makes you feel it for sure. Yeah, there's a few of them, and there's better ones than that. There's ones where guys are squared up with him. He's just destroying them. Moses Smart, okay, again, right tackle. Some of the benefits of being a 33, 34-year-old dude. Again, just really, really good with the hand placement here, or with the hand usage. So he has a tight, 6 eye tech, 5 tech, and a 4 tech, 4 eye tech. And he wants to stay tight to his guard. Typically when you have, alignments like this, some type of game or twist or stunt is going to happen. It actually doesn't here, which is actually pretty abnormal. But Morgan Moses does a really good job with his drag hand. Just throws the drag hand out, which is his left hand, which kind of helps him feel whether it be penetration, whether it be the picker, if this was a stunt, kind of working into him. If it feels nothing, then nobody's there. It helps you do kind of a lot, and it also helps you have better hand positioning to say that, hey, if this guy is going to come in and attack me, my hand's already out there and feeling that guy instead of being set from here and then going to punch. So, good drag hand, active drag hand, initiated or engaged with the Fortec, but also engages with the edge. Hug technique, just gets a right hand onto the shoulder, left hand onto the shoulder, and then automatically hops back into the anchor, works off the insteps, hops back again to really sink it in. And at this point, when Morgan Moses has you like this, he's a powerful guy as well. Good luck. Good luck. So good, nice active drag hand, again, engaging, helping his guard. And then also going to pick up the edge defender and sinking and anchoring down. Not an easy spot to anchor down in necessarily either, because he's coming off this block, he's a little bit higher. The defender gets lower than him. The defender gets some of his chest with the right hand, and Morgan Moses is still powerful enough to just get his hands attached and sink down a little bit. Pancake, okay. I'm assuming this is gonna be a good one with the arrows. He loves trucking people. That's for sure. So you have the you have tackle overset right here. You have Stanley, I believe, on the outside, down blocking. You have Morgan Moses pulling with the tight end. Now he's going to block anything, first thing in the arc. Obviously, you have one defender who kind of splits the difference and tries to like spike 88 and 78, right? And Morgan Moses, both of them decide to engage. Morgan Moses takes on a defender who is not, even necessarily trying to engage him, and obviously his momentum's more so carried through 88. So now he's slowed down, and Morgan Moses gets a clean shot, loads up, hits him low, pancake, mollywops him. Watch it again. Another thing you can see here too, playing it in full speed, is Morgan Moses is actually like he's actually pretty athletic. Again, a little bit more straight line than change of direction, redirective balance type of stuff. But you get him running in a straight line. He's fast. He's fast. So Moses pull. Okay. And again, something the Jets are gonna be doing a lot more, down blocking, pulling, combo blocks, all that stuff, because they are going to be running more power counter than zone this year. Unless it's just, if not, it's one of the biggest mistakes I've ever seen in my life. That's legitimate. So right tackle, Morgan Moses pull. Again, pin and pull. Or not a pin and pull, that's a crack toss. Crack toss, open field. Again, you can see the speed. Good inside out angle. Good inside out angle on what is that? Is that Stingley? Yeah, Stingley. Gets hands on, which is good enough. Again, ideally, yeah, we get hands inside and all that stuff. When you're on the second level, and when you're outweighing, a defender by 100 pounds, 100 plus pounds, just get hands on and drive him. Hands on and drives him however far he does. Far enough. We'll say far enough. Moses pancake. Okay, again, probably gonna molly off somebody here. Yeah. So again, another crack toss here with 3 lead blockers, which is aggressive, but cool to see. You typically don't see like this many lead blockers. So he's gonna pull a bit wider. Obviously, he's the arc blocker, and then he's like I guess he needs to lead blocks, but Morgan Moses again is gonna take pretty much the first thing that appears to him that crosses his face. That's what all these guys are gonna do. You have one outside, one inside, and one as a lead. Morgan Moses sees the linebacker kind of obviously present himself. Morgan Moses does a good job of like staying pretty patient in the open field. You see how he's not over his toe. Like, well, obviously he's running in like almost a full sprint, but do you see how he's like, yeah, he's like squaring up the defender who's kind of not really necessarily running in like he's not running full speed, just allowing himself to redirect and move, adjust any lateral movement or anything like that. So good job. Gearing down, then obviously once he comes into the contact window, getting contact, getting hands on, hand into the chest, driving him right to the Turk pancake. Plenty of pancakes in Morgan Moses' film. Ooh, we got 2 number 7s. So this is really a 35 or 39 play review. Moses run game splashed a few times this game. Okay. So some wide hand placements, some late hands. Yeah, I don't think he's the strong. I think when he first came from Washington, I heard that he's a strong run blocker, okay pass blocker, and I thought it was the opposite. I think he's an okay pass blocker, but a good pass block, or yeah, a okay run blocker, good pass blocker. So, is trying to is obviously blocking the edge here. We have like a belly zone split, and Morgan Moses steps to the defender. Now the problem here is what? One, we don't really have anything powerful from the feet. We want to see like, one step and then that second step be really hard. There's not much power generated from the ground right here. One, that's the first thing. 2, hands wide, hands low. Not much from the base. Hands wide, hands low. Loses first contact battle. Loses a leverage battle. Gets stood up. Defender plays a good extension. Pulls himself through, and then would get in on the tackle if it were there to be made. But not the best player for Morgan Moses in the run game, getting stacked and shed like that pretty easily. The thing we do have to recognize is that at a certain point in the season, he did tear his, was it his shoulder, his pec, his labrum, his rotator cuff, whatever it was. I think his bicep, right, or something like that. Moses wide duck. Okay, run game, I'm assuming. Okay, again, so we see some big steps in the run game. We see some We see some like lunging, one step, two. We need that second step to be powerful. We want that landing almost a yard shorter and working off the instep and really like explode on contact. 1 second and explode through that second foot into him. But we see Morgan Moses 1, 2 with the hop, ducking the head, hands wide, lateral movement, makes him off balance. Why? Because he's ducking and he's leaning from the waist. So we've cut again quite a few bad things here. Want that second step to be more powerful. Hands shooting from wide, hands shooting from low, ducking the head, leaning, all bad things, and then he lets up a tackle. Okay. Moses, great climb. I'm sorry. Hold on. All right. Right tackle, great climb. Yeah, obviously creating plenty of room there, right? Plenty of room. He's comboing to the thick backer, if you want to call him that. Obviously, you have the kick out here. You have the lead blocker for the play side linebacker. And Morgan Moses does a hell of a job. Again, chasing the hip, lowers the left shoulder and forearm into the hip as the right hand also probably has a tight elbow angle extension. Drives that defender inside, creating plenty of movement. Obviously, like a yard or two to the inside. Eyes into the second level, sees the linebacker scraping over the top, stays on the combo block as he's still free with the pretty much the entire body. But I love the fact that he pushes him inside, and he doesn't necessarily have to come off right now, but he wants to. He's being pretty precautious here, and he just keeps that left arm on there, and it works just like a stiff arm. He's like stiff arming him to the inside, just trying to assist the right guard as best as he possibly can. Does a good job staying patient on that block. And then as obviously the defender presents himself, lowers his helmet, gets hands on again, hugging. Not the worst thing in the world in the second level when all you're looking for is to control the linebackers typically. Control them and drive them. Obviously, again, you're outweighing them by however many pounds, 80 pounds or whatever this is. So, and then drive them. Drive them out of that play. It's a really good combo block. And chase that near hip, pop them, get nice and low, attack the hip. Patience on the climb with the hand on. Come off with good timing, explosion.